Hi, so today I'm going to bring you a two-part video and I'm going to focus on a theme that a lot of people get nervous about. And I think it's something really important that because we have the time and you have a little bit more comfort in your own home, it's something I'd like you to watch and really try to work on, and that's getting up, right? Getting up from the floor. Um, and then I'll do a brief getting down to the floor. But I'm going to start with getting up, and the first place I'm going to have you start practicing is, if you see behind me, you'll see my bed. I apologize for the little bit of clutter, but I want you to think about what is the first thing you do when you get yourself out of bed. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down, and I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to start by just sitting up. Okay, maybe that's the first thing you do to get out of bed, and then you turn and you swing your legs over the side. Awesome. Okay. And then I'll show you an exercise or two that you can do in that position to strengthen your abdominals, your core, to help you lift. Okay. And then we can imagine that if we were on the floor, that's exactly how we would want to sit up. Now, sometimes some of us roll over onto our side. That's also a very important skill, because if we are on our back and we need to roll over, can we do that comfortably? And I want you to practice that on both sides. So again, I'm going to go over to the bed. I'm going to demonstrate sitting straight up, rolling over to one side and sitting up, and then rolling over to the other and sitting up. Again, you may notice that you have one side of your body stronger than the other. I encourage you to practice all of these things. Get strong in one, but keep working on the others as well. Here we go. Sitting up straight. If I can do that, great. Maybe I turn. Okay. Now, rolling over. Start here, right? We're engaging our abdominal muscles. Both sides. Try it a little further. Reach with your arms. You may need to pull yourself. Okay, that's why when we work together, I work on pulling and strengthening those upper bodies. Right, so if we roll and we're here, what can I do now? Can I push myself? Here, still pretty safe. Imagine we're on the floor. Okay, now I'm close to sitting. Bring those legs close to me. And now I can speak, I can look, I can maybe reach further for some things, okay? So again, practice those things. Getting out of bed can be an area, a spot where you can practice getting up from a laying down position, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it down to the floor to show you a little bit more of a full get up position and how we can fully come up from the floor up onto our feet. Okay, so we are now on the floor. You notice that I'm sitting here on the floor. I'm going to go ahead and lay down on my back and show you a partial get up, which is an exercise that some of my clients recognize to help strengthen the abdominals. And again, it's not a crunch, it's a partial get up. I will show you a small portion of a crunch, but those can be a little tricky because we tend to use the wrong muscles. So let's go ahead and review those two exercises. Again, you can practice these in bed, but it's a little better on a more stable, harder surface. But again, if the bed is your only tool, that's fine too. So we're laying down. Okay, legs are out straight. Now, if I want to work on a crunch, I want that space between my chin and my chest. You can put one hand here, the other hand on your abdominals, and just lift. And you should be able to feel those abdominals harden. Okay? Again, here. That would be the end goal, but don't try to do that on your first time. Now your partial get up. my right knee, my right arm is up. My left hand can help me. Coming up. Again, partial. Use that hand to push you, and now you've come up to a seated position. Okay, so from laying down, now we're sitting. Again, this can take time, but you can also use both arms. Okay, it's just making you comfortable on getting yourself up from the floor if you're ever there and don't want to be there any longer. Okay, so we're here. Now the next place I'm going to go to is laying down. What if I have fallen and I am here, face down? Okay, hopefully your arms are out to your side. If your arms are not, then what do we work on? We work on rolling. Okay, you want to roll. Okay, if your arms are out from underneath you, this is here where we work on those push-ups and we bring ourselves up, and now we can look around and call for help. Okay, so again, you don't need to do this on the floor. You could do this against the wall, but strengthen yourself to be able to push away and lift. Okay, very important. So again, from here, even from this position, now I've rolled over. Remember, if we've rolled over, I can bring my knees up. I can kind of curl over, push, and I only need to lift half of my body up. So now what if I've made it to this position? Okay, so again, practice these. It's probably something you would naturally be inclined to do, but if you don't practice it, your muscles are not going to have the strength and the ability to do it. Your brain is going to want to do it, but you have to practice it. Your body needs to recognize that movement. So I have a chair here, okay, because hopefully we have a bench, we have a rock, we have something that we can use to help pull ourselves up. Now, if you're doing this at home, please find something sturdy. Don't find something that may topple over. You want something that can hold you. Okay, so now I'm here. What do I do now? So I position myself. I place my hands on top of whatever it is I'm using. Maybe I grab the sides of it. And this can be a very hard position to do, right? Maybe I have one hand on the chair, one hand on the floor, and then I come onto my knees. Okay, onto my knees. I'm going to turn to the side here. Well, if this is as far as I can get, because I don't have the leg strength, but at least now I can move around. Okay, remember this is how we all started, with crawling, and then we were able to get up off of the floor, and then we were moving and walking. So remember those baby days. Okay, this might be what we need to do to get from one place to the other. So let me pull the chair into view a little bit more. So we're here on our hands and knees. Okay, now I'm going to show you with the chair, and then I'll show you without the chair how we can get up. Grab onto the chair, place your hands. Now, step forward with your strongest leg, whichever leg it may be. I'm going to use my left leg because it's the closest to the camera. You're going to push off from that back leg, and maybe we just practice this for a little bit. Push off, we're leaning on that chair, we step forward, and we're standing. Okay, so coming down, you can also practice getting down to the floor. Okay, you want to get down and play with the grandkids, play with the pets, maybe you practice getting down, up and down from the floor that way. Now, if we're in our hands and knees and we don't have anything close by, how do I get up? Okay, so we're going to use the same steps, but we're not going to have our hands up on a chair. We're going to put one foot forward, okay? Maybe it's back here. We're going to put one hand, keep it on the floor. The other hand is on that leg. And I want you to practice pushing, push, off, step. Maybe we're a little wobbly, and we're up. Okay, how do we get back down? Set that knee down, hands down, and come on down to the floor. Okay, so I know that's a lot. It can be scary because we're unfamiliar, because we've let ourselves become unfamiliar. We've done it from when we were babies, right? We started on the floor, we learned to crawl, we learned to stand, we learned to walk, we learned to run. Now the floor scares us a little bit. I want you to get comfortable with it. Okay, so practice in bed, practice in your living room on soft carpet, next to something sturdy. Have your spouse or somebody that is there at home with you that can, be there and help you, talk you through it. Call me on the phone. I can watch you via video. Again, it's a very practical and useful skill that I think we all need to be able to do. So if you have any questions, if you have any feedback, please email me, text me, or call me. I hope this video finds you all well, and send me some ideas. I have more, but I'd rather give you some tips and tricks on things that you need to know. And I miss you all. Hope to see you soon. Take care.